Welcome to Ellis B. Feaster's Radio Aircheck and Classic TV channel.
Well, so much for nostalgia. I'd like to thank Richard Lorenzo, who's a friend of mine and a writer, who sent me that in the mail so I could play it today, and I thought I'd put it on the air for you. This is evidently the last Dan Ingram program, or then it may not be, depending on whatever the negotiations which are going on right now. I believe there's some labor thing or something going on. I don't know what it is. I don't get involved in that stuff, or at least not on the technical side of it. But anyway, supposedly we are engaged in doing the last of the Dan Ingram programs to be aired on WABC before we go to what will be another station in New York, and so far 68 other stations across the country, which will start on the 4th of July weekend. And the nice part about all this is after today and then Monday morning, Ron and I will be doing the Lundy and Ingram wind down from 9 until noon. And after that, I go out and clean out my locker and take 7 weeks off. Let me play one of my all-time favorites. Knock the floor, too. I can do it an octave lower than I used to. That's the only thing that's happened to my voice in the last 21 years. Actually, on July the 3rd, when we kick off the new satellite service called Super Radio, it'll be the 21st anniversary of my continuous employment by the American Breadcrumbing Company, and they really ought to be ashamed. Kim White came in here, and she usually brings in some soda and nice things and does stuff for me while I'm on the air. And Kim brought in a bottle of Corbel Blunt, which ain't no bad champagne. We're opening it right now. There we go. And we're pouring some in there. And there will be more for other people in the studios if you want to come in, if you're listening in the hallway. Then the first one has got to be with Kim. And that'll be on the air. I'll pull this one out and I'll see you. Much better. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Good bubbly. This may get to be a very interesting program. We have more music for you here. 100 ways. It's what you call quality pop music. James Ingram is the guy who really moves in the background there. And he really can sing. Mr. Quincy Jones is a legendary arranger, composer, writer, musician, whatever. Put it all together and it comes out kind of musically good. This is it. Figure out when I'm going to make the honor group of the day today. I mean, gotta be something memorable, doesn't it? Huh? How about old folks? No, dead people. No, that's not good. No, I can't do that. I was always threatened that we'd do that once, because we know there are a lot of dead people out there, but you know, they don't respond much, and you know they're listening to us. It's 20 minutes past 3. We'll think of something. 20 minutes past 3 on WABC, this word of wisdom.
Exactly how far will a top model go?
It's 22 minutes past 3 o'clock. We've figured it out. The honor group of the day is a secret today. We're not going to tell you. You may not be the honor group of the day. It's a secret. We're keeping it a secret today. The late Bobby Garrett.
Oh, the shark baby has such teeth.
Watch yourself. He was the first rock star to, as I used to say, go legit. And he did it so well. That was Bobby Darin. Incidentally, if you're on the Van Wyck, which is the way it should be pronounced, because I've always pronounced it that way ever since the first time I got my ticket for going over 35. If you're on the Van Wyck, it's all those problems they had, the detours, the traffic had a bad accident, all been removed. Traffic is moving as of this time at its normal rate, which is about 2 miles an hour.
The newspaper has the headlines, but Art Russ Jr. Sports Talk has the scoop.
Reggie, do you feel that George has treated you fairly?
Whether he treated me fairly or not.
Sugar Ray, when do you think you'll fight Marvin Hagler? Hagler's people...
Rod, listen, Rangers, hell of a ball club. You know, they really had such a rough start. Weeknights at 7. Sports fans tune in to find out what...
Herbie, I'm in a hurry to go to Hurry.
It's Horace Wonder.
Yeah.
All right, for information, call us number 800-257-8656. That's 257-8656. And don't forget Sammy Davis Jr. the Memorial Day weekend at Harrah's.
From the teeming jungles of the Amazon.
Dale, 63 West, 36th Street.
All right, so do it again and thank Edward G. Robinson.
I am a smoker. I don't smoke.
The participating McDonald's.
Well, we're not losing money on the last show anyway, that's for sure. It's time now to find out what's happening around the world, and here are the news is Rick James.
Unemployment in New York City equals that in the nation, and for us it's an improvement. For the nation, it's real bad news. Good afternoon. It's 71 degrees, mostly sunny in New York. This is the 3:30 p.m. news update on WABC, New York's radio station. I'm Rick James, WABC News, with Big Ray Taylor.
Thank you very much. Bob Hart, well, Norwegian wood. Or some wood, anyway. What is that? Stores open tomorrow, I hope. Oh, sure. Thank God. All right, Beatles. This is for Kim. Norwegian wood, and I'm certainly glad, otherwise they would never would have been Norway or something like that. Oh, I forgot to give you our honor group today, of course, the secret today. I may tell you at the end of the show what our honor group of the day is. You'll have to wait and find out. Our word for the day is immue. Immue is the technical term for cat talk, of course. I like the new Olivia John. She's come out of her dirndl, as it were, and suddenly become very sensuous teacher. Yes. It's called Make a Move on the baby. How about a step over the Make a move on the baby. Congress have some interesting fantasies. Well, whatever gets your heart started, I always say. It's 22 minutes in front of 4 o'clock. When you help someone in need, you're making a statement. So volunteer at Hebrew Hospital for the Chronically Sick in Co-op City. Please contact the volunteer director at 212-379-5020.
You know, there's not an airline.
Thank you very much. It's Sunday at 9 on Channel 2. The next song actually was written by my agent. I happen to have the best agent in the business. His name is Don Buckwall. There's a whole bunch of people in his office who came over and negotiated with Al Racco, with our general manager, several moons ago, a contract, and this tune was the tune that Don played as he walked into Al's office.
I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you around the bed, darling.
He's too proud to beg. That's why I'm still here today, right? On 77 WABC, don't forget, complete shadow traffic information will be coming up during the 4 o'clock news right here in the Ingram thing. Shadow traffic brought to you in part by A&P. There's a new symbol to help you find great buys at A&P. It's their green pea symbol. Tells you about the green pea specials that A&P offers every week to help you save money. You look for the green pea at your A&P and save a boom. This tune kind of typified the 60s for me anyway. The dawning of the age of Aquarius. Came out in 1969. Whatever happened to the age of Aquarius? That's a bunch of talented people. 5 very talented people called the Fifth Dimension at 77 WABC. And if you're expecting a kind of a swan song kind of show today, I don't hang crepe. I'll tell you, I've had 20 and a half years at the wheel here at WABC, and we've been throwing an awful lot of sevens. And I mean 77s, and it's been great, and I look forward to going on to some new and more interesting things that are happening down the road in just a little while. If you do want a kind of a show that will be kind of the wrap-up, I guess it'll be the last dance, I guess we ought to call it. Ron Lundy and I will be doing that Monday morning from 9 until noon, and then we'll be guests on the first talk show to premiere here on WABC, which will be Art Atnell's talk show. So if you got some time Monday morning, tune in. We'll be glad to regale you with a few memories and nostalgia and stuff like that, and then chat about whatever's going on in radio with Art Athens right here on WABC. I'm so glad that last year, 1981, was the year that Al Jarreau finally got to be almost as popular as he should be. He's a very talented man. Here's a little example of his work. Listen, I want to tell you, my engineer, Carl Albatross, over there, is, you can laugh this show. They keep telling him, don't laugh. You know, we're supposed to have a program here. I had a program for dinner last night. It was wonderful on toast, real thick and good, with a lot of sugar on it. It's 8 minutes in front of 4 o'clock on WABC. And who else would be here but on this entire auspicious occasion? The man with the beak and the feathers around his neck and everything. You ever see Frank Perdue in person? He's 6 feet 3 inches tall, and this long, thin body has this Frank Perdue head on top there, and he's an awfully nice man. He even sent me some chickens once, which I thought was nice. Anyway, Mr. Frank Perdue is about to speak upon you.
Ladies, this summer don't cook. Listen to New York. There's a Franklin in the air. Listen to New York. Oh, Lord, you can hear it everywhere. There's a sign that's all your own. That's the way it ought to be. With New York Style and 77 WABC.
I love Manhattan Transfer. That is what you call talent. Which takes us up to news time. Listen, I happen to love rock and roll. Good old-fashioned rock and roll. Always have. I make no apologies for it. I never have. And a lot of people feel the same way. And I'm going to play for you a record that will surprise you because it happens to be one of my all-time favorite rock and roll records. Right after the news with Rick James.
Black Democrats in Brooklyn cry foul against their own party leaders in Albany. Good afternoon. It's 70 degrees and mostly sunny in New York. This is the 4 p.m. edition on WABC, New York's radio station. I'm Rick James, WABC News with Dan Ingram.
Now, this may surprise you, but I happen to think the next record is one of the best rock and roll records ever made. And as I said, I like rock and roll. This is Gary Bonds, and this is Rock and Roll.
Here she comes.
Mr. Springsteen had a lot to do with that record, too. That is good rock and roll. I love it. Everybody honking and screeching and having a good time. That's the fun of music to me. Jerry Zeller, one of our premier engineers here, came in today and told me that he had found out, he'd gone through the archives and found out that Klaus von Bülow used to be a songwriter. And he brought in the one song that he wrote. And this is the Johnny Mathis version of it. This was written by Klaus von Bülow.
Honey gets through, her eyes get gray and cloudy.
Clouds, that's beautiful. I like that. Remember, the honor group today is a secret until the end of the show. Then I'll tell you what it is. It's 19 minutes past 4 on WABC on the Ingram denouement here at 77 Radio.
Respect is an expression of understanding. Visiting McDonald's.
I would never void were prohibited. I remember when I played this song 3 times in a row and blew out the ABC switchboard. I did. It's a true fact. As a matter of fact, the 3rd time I played it, Wally Schwartz was then our general manager, and a fine man he is, came storming into the studio and said, knock it off. Not because he couldn't get a call out. Anyway, it was this tune.
He's so fine.
He's so fine, he can walk through a comb. It sure finds at 77 WABC, 23 minutes past 4 o'clock in the Ingram S. And our word for today is MU. MU is kind of a childish curse. Speaking of that, it's time for Mr. Frank Perdue to tell you about his, is it Frank Perdue? That's good. It's Frank Perdue. I thought it was Beaky Buzzard first. No, Frank Perdue is going to do his thing right now. Go on,
Ladies, this summer don't cook. Stay cool, and go outside in the sun and roast yourself for a change.
That's right. Yeah, when your little thing pops out of your navel, you know you're done, right? when it comes to roasters, Frank Perdue is even tougher than you are. He's got to be, because every one of his oven stuffer roasters comes with a money-back quality guarantee. Takes a tough man to make a tender roaster, Perdue. Either you're done or they're taking your temperature anyway. All meat farms, Food City, and Durso Key Food supermarkets have fresh Perdue Prime parts on sale. You can take home the parts and build your own bird, of course.
Hi, I'm Sugar Ray Leonard.
Well, what can I tell you? The one and only Brother Berger just walked in. No. Mr. McGuire, Jim McGuire. Well, okay, George Berger, Jim McGuire. Frank D'Elia just came in with a bottle of champagne, and they're going to have me slosh before this program is over. But thank you, gentlemen, for bringing this little libation. You may open it if you wish and pour, and I'm sure there'll be lots of folks who suddenly run into the studio with a thirst. They're here already. Art Athens just came in. Tongue is hanging out. Joe Weil, the world's greatest newsman. Joe, you have to do me a favor. Before this show is over, you must fall asleep. Otherwise, it will not be a successful show. Okay? All right. This next... okay. Just nod out like he always does. He scratches his face a lot. We wonder about him. This next tune always reminds me of two girls at the table in the restaurant or the nightclub. Always. One of them gets up and the other one says, "Come go with me." I love that. That's Del Vikings on WABC, carrying you back a whole lot of years more than I want to admit. Don't forget, on 77 WABC, Shadow Traffic information coming up again in a couple minutes right here in the 4:30 news on the Ingram. Shadow Traffic is brought to you in part by Swift & Company. What's meatier than bacon? And Swift. Right. Besides that, Sizzling, that's right, the real meat breakfast strip. I love a little breakfast strip. Good morning, dearie. I ain't going to the office today, Mama. Yes, it's 50% leaner than bacon, so you get more good meat to eat, my dear. Look for it today from the Swift Premium Family of Quality Foods. It's time now for a business report with Gordon Williams, who will be slightly delayed because he always breathes for about 3 seconds before he starts. And before that, we have the news, and with that, here's Palmer Payne.
Good afternoon. It's 70 degrees, mostly sunny in New York. This is the 4:30 edition on WABC, New York's radio station. I'm Palmer Payne, WABC News on the Dan Ingram Show.
Dan Ingram, WABC.
A little bit of Ebony and Ivory for all you Miscegenation fans out there.
Ebony and Ivory.
Good music. That's Paul McCartney and a bunch of very talented musicians, and Stevie Wonder, who came in to sing and make it all kind of gel. It's 21 minutes in front of 5 on WABC. The honor group of the day in the English show is a secret today. We'll tell you about it at the end of the show. Our word for the day is immue. Immue is a back alley in Britain. Well, Grover Washington Jr. came to prominence in 1981 also. Man has paid his dues, has chops, as they say in the music biz. Plays a whole lot of horns and reeds and stuff and things like that. And, of course, Bill Withers has been singing so good for so long that maybe count the later years.
I see the crystal raindrops fall.
Just the two of us. And the one across the alley with the binoculars. It's, it is. It's 17 minutes from 5 o'clock on WABC. The New York Foundling Hospital has Black and Hispanic school-age children waiting to be adopted. Be that someone who cares, huh? Hey, really, think about it. And think deeply about it. And then call 212-472-2233. Hey, before I get to the next record, there's something that just crossed my mind that I want to say. Now, I'm not going to sit here and give you a whole bunch of names of people who work here at the station because... my mind that I want to say. Now, I'm not going to sit here and give you a whole bunch of names of people who work here at the station because although it might be very nice for them, it would be meaningless to you, but there are a few people I'd like to say something about, just a few selected people, because I don't want to be accused of leaving anybody out, and if I run a list of 120 names, it doesn't sound sincere, but there's one person who has made this station run since Ernie Kovacs was the morning man. A lady who is, without her, the station would not exist, would not be on the air, and just wouldn't be the way it is. Her name is Shirley Laird. And without Shirley,
we just wouldn't be here. That's the truth. And without Shirley, well, maybe I would have to write out the log myself. We'll get to the next record in a minute. Thank you, Shirley.
The wonders you see. Farms, we don't just talk about fresh chicken, we guarantee it.
I like to squeeze chickens, because I happen to like chicken juice, you know. And now a reminder of what we used to think was great music. It's amazing what they used to get away with. This is in the Still of the Night family. Yeah. All right, I got to put the squeeze on here. Have to do that or he can't get those high notes. It's 10 minutes in front of 5 on WABC, and then a few years later we found out how good music could be. It's one of the really great groups around, Chicago. Good musicians. Steely Dan's great, Earth, Wind and Fire, Blood, Sweat and Tears. Well, that kind of leans towards Chicago. This is, does anybody really know what time it is? I do.
As I was walking down the street one day,
now the trombone thing. That was in a Kenton album, as I recall, originally. Anyway, it's 7 minutes in front of 5 o'clock on WABC and the Ingram Denouement. Don't forget tonight the Yankees play the Seattle Mariners. It says here, join Phil Rizzuto and Bill White for the pregame show. They don't do it. Frank Messer does the pregame show. This promo's been on for months. That's at 10:15. Game time is at 10:30. The Yankees play the game on New York's Yankee station. Stiller and Mira.
Herman's, we are sports.
Herman's, we are sports.
Play the anthem, please. I have to stand and salute. Wait a minute.
New York. There's excitement in
Put my thumb on my apple.
New York. You can hear it everywhere. There's a style that's all your own. That's the way it ought to be. With New York style at 77 WABC.
This is one of the most inspired couplings of any coupling in music. Yeah. Barbra Streisand, Donna Summer. No more tears. An appropriate number.
It's raining. It's pouring.
As for me, I always want a little more right after. Well, anyway, it's time for the news to get you updated on what's happening around the world. Here's Rick James. There is expected to be a crush of interborough traffic on Mother's Day when New Yorkers, probably those who've moved to Manhattan, head home to the Bronx, Staten Island, Brooklyn, and Queens to visit Mom. Good afternoon. It's 70 degrees and mostly sunny in New York. This is the 5 p.m. edition on WABC, New York's radio station. Shea, the Mets, and send Charlie Puleo against San Francisco. Remember, we'll have a complete business report wrap-up with Gordon Williams at 1:30. Now, it's Joe Nolan. Charlie Puleo. Didn't he used to have the Harmonicats? That was another Puleo. All right, okay. It's time for Joe Nolan right here at 77 WABC with shadow traffic right here amidst the Ingram Denouement.
Charlie Puleo went to Seton Hall.
Well, son of a gun. You did too, didn't you?
Yep.
Mary had Little Lamb, too. Right. And the doctor fainted.
Well, I mean, you know.
You're turning the barrel,
You don't have to be feisty about it.
No, it's feisty time.
I figured it would be. Outbound.
Let's don't drop colleges.
Outbound Holland, 15 to 20. 5 to 10 at the Lincoln. The Lincoln is much better in and outbound. Heading down the Garden State Parkway. Welcome to summertime.